Hey guys, it's Crazy Comic Lady here, and I thought you might be interested in seeing the majority of the art that I've done over the last 18 months since I started my YouTube channel. Pretty much everything that I'm showing you has got a speed paint video of it already, so you've probably already seen it, but as I recently reorganised it all into shiny folders, I thought you might like to see kind of an art update of pretty much everything that's on my channel. So yeah, these were like my Maple Story characters when I used to play that game obsessively on Facebook. This was a contest entry, so of someone's OCs. This was a request that I got from Jennifer Garpedal back last year, a long time ago. That's Lamia Crescent's OC, Lamia Crescent, that I did as kind of like a gift. This was a request that I got that was really weird. It was someone who was obsessed with the colour pink, and they said, can you draw a pink girl, you know, who's got pink hair and pink clothes and holding a pink cat? And I was like, that's a bit pink obsessed of you. So yeah, this was quite a difficult one. This was someone's OC, and they asked me to draw this pose, which was a pose from Fairy Tale, and with all this mystical red energy, and I was like, how on earth am I supposed to do that? And it looks a bit of a mess, so I don't really like that one very much. This was another request, and it was this guy's OCs, and her arm is ridiculously long. It's like creepy long, but I kind of liked it. This was like the first request I ever did of someone asked me to do like a dark skin tone, and I've never done dark skin tones with pro markers before, and it didn't work, so it looks a bit of a mess, and my camera also broke halfway through it as well. So that's a really bad picture of me. And another picture of me, because I used to put little messages in my videos when my camera broke saying, sorry, my camera broke. That was the first ever request that I ever did of someone's OC. This was a contest entry for Lowness Wolf to gender bend one of her characters. This is also Lowness Wolf's character Lone. Bit of fan art, and that was this was the first ever kind of collaboration that I did. Someone sent me a picture of their character and said, can we do a collaboration, can you colour this? And it was actually a lot of work, so I had to completely re-ink the picture. And yeah, I have to say, I didn't kind of really enjoy doing collaborations, so this is like the only one I've ever done. This was the spaceship from Bucky O'Hare, because I was a big fan of the Bucky O'Hare cartoon series when I was a kid. So I did a gigantic speed paint video on my channel that's got all the Bucky O'Hare characters in it, and I loved Jenny when I was a kid. I loved Jenny because she had long pink hair. She was so pretty. So yeah, there's Dead-Eye Duck, Blinky and Willy DeWitt. I'm having trouble like fitting everything on the camera. There's Bruce and Bruiser. I used to do my pictures ridiculously big. Captain Mimi LeFleur, a fox with lipstick. That's not weird at all. Princess Felicia, and me again. Little picture of me. So if you ever wondered what I look like that. That is completely accurate of what I look like. See, I look like a cartoon character. These were like my earliest kind of speed paint videos on my channel of Len from Vocaloid and Miku. At the time I was really impressed with these, and now I'm kind of like, they're kind of rubbish. And I did this one of like, I just hate the eyes and the face, like, oh no, awful. I really like this one though that I did of Luca. I thought she looked really pretty, and I loved the way the hair turned out because I really struggled getting Letraset pinks to blend, so I was kind of proud of that one. So there's another Len and Rin. So I did those January this year. There's Elle from Death Note, Misa from Death Note, Light from Death Note. A lot of people requested Death Note stuff. Death Note seems to be quite a popular thing to request. And they're quite hard to draw, Death Note characters. And same with Backerman as well. I hated this picture. This was another request. And it's like this guy, he looks so creepy. I'm just like, oh no. Oh, get rid of the picture. Terrible. This was quite a recent one of Mihu, I think. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Still, people keep telling me. I always get it wrong. This was the guy from Black Butler. This was a really, really early request that I did. I think it was also from Jennifer Garpedal, actually. She used to request a lot of pictures last year when I did requests. But I didn't like that picture, so I did this one. which I thought came out better. And the main dude, whose name I can't remember. I actually really like the way this picture turned out, but there's actually a really sad story that goes along with this picture, because something awful happened like the day after. But anyway, this was the Undertaker from Black Butler, but the request was to do him with his eyes open, and I was like, well, that's kind of difficult. There's not many pictures of him with his eyes open, or what colours they're meant to be, because he only had his eyes open in the manga, and I'd never seen the show, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. But anyway, I kind of like the way it turned out. That was kind of my attempt at doing Zero from Vampire Knight really badly. That was the coloured one that I was also really unimpressed with, because the eyes are so wonky. Ugh, horrible. I quite like this one of Yuki. I struggled with blending these colours on this paper, but I kind of like it, because the eyes on these characters are so hard to draw, so I was happy with how that one turned out. Not that one, however. That was some game character, and I think the face looks so distorted and weird, like the eyes are maybe too big, and it's just like, no, go away. CC from Code Geass. Anyway, I hated the way this picture came out too. Her eyes look kind of wonky, but I'm surprised I managed to get Letraset greens to blend on this, because usually I pretty much struggle with blending anything actually. But Sakura from Tsubasa. I actually really like this picture. That was when, I think I did this like not long after I started watching the series, and I was like, I like this character. I'm a big fan of Tsubasa. This was a character from Black Rock Shooter. I think her name's Mato. I kind of remember that because it sounds like tomato. She's like a tomato. I don't know. But anyway, that was a weird series that I watched. See, people make requests, and then I was like watching bits of the series, so I understood what the characters were about, and I was like, some of these are really weird. But anyway, this is my picture of Super Mario and Princess Toadstool, back when she was actually Toadstool and not Peach. God, I don't know why they made her peach and blonde and stupid looking. She was much better when she was Ginger and Princess Toadstool. And yeah. Anyway, I kind of like that picture. I like this one too. This was a character from K-On, I think, another request. I like the way the bear turned out. I kind of like the picture in general. I like her face and everything. She looks kind of cute. I kind of like the way this one turned out too. I cannot remember what this is from. It's got some weird Japanese name that I can't pronounce, but I thought she came out kind of cute. This one, someone criticised this one and said like, her face looks wrong. I was like, really? It kind of looks like the character to me. I had fun doing the roses on it. This was from a game called Christine. This was a request from the Gabbo Effects on YouTube, so you should go check him out. He does lots of card tricks. He's quite cool. So yeah, this was a request from him. He was a good friend of mine. And yeah, I never played the game. He said it was like a PlayStation 3 game, but the character was so hard to draw because I struggle with like the design of it. It was just like, this is really difficult, but I'm kind of happy with how it turned out. This was a character from, I believe, Battle Time Paradox, if I got that right. I can't remember what her name was. I'm amazed I can remember anything about any of these pictures, to be honest. This one, I kind of like this one. And someone said, a lot of people have said, why has she got no nose? And I was like, because that's the way the picture on the internet showed her. So, I kind of smudged ink in the hands, but I still kind of like it. I kind of like this one too. This girl eating chips, and I can't remember what she's from either. This one, I believe she was from Itari from League of Legends, if I said that right. That was another game that I've never played, but drawing this again was really hard. I hate drawing game characters, because there's just something about the way they're designed, like computer game characters, that I just can't draw, and they're so difficult. So this was Merida from Disney's Brave. I didn't like the way it came out because her arm just looks wrong, and perspective is wrong, and shouldn't do action poses. I'm not very good at them. This was Kagumi from Inuyasha. I actually realised a few months ago, even though I've done this picture is a year old, but I actually realised I already did this like identical picture, and it's on my wall. I was like, okay, I've drawn the same picture twice, and didn't even realise it, but several years apart. I can't remember the name of this character either. I think I should have made her eyes darker, I'm not sure. Just some kind of fox creature. Kind can't remember the name of this character either, but I was really annoyed when I did this picture that I managed to smudge green ink into her neck, so it just looks, I was just like, oh, damn it, because I actually kind of like the way the rest of the picture turned out. Actually, the eyes don't look very well blended. These pictures are so old now. This was actually a challenge I did with the Gabbo effects, where we both had to draw realistic looking South Park characters, and then we got people to vote for who should win or whatever. I'm not sure who won. I never actually, I didn't really care. It was just a bit of fun to have at the time with Mr. Hanky, the Christmas poo. That was kind of, the character was really gross. I can't remember if this was from Diuria or something. I actually really like this because it looked like a page from a comic book. I know a lot of people have criticised it. Someone said, you did the colours of the glasses wrong. I was like, well, I don't know. I don't watch these animes, I just do the requests from them. This was Sailor Neptune. This was actually part of a trade I did with Paper Heart Charms. You should go check her out, she's really nice. This was Sasuke from Naruto. I'm not a big fan of Naruto at all. Oh man, this was the request that killed all requests and why I stopped doing them last year. So I got this request, and his name's Ingra, I think. I cannot remember what he's from. But anyway, I got requested to do this character, and then the person who requested it never bothered to actually watch the finished video. So I was like, well, why on earth did I bother wasting so much time doing this picture if the person who requested it's not even going to watch the video? So that's why I stopped doing requests last year. This was a trade that I did, Sailor Moon, and I did the eyes differently because I hate the eye style of Sailor Moon characters, and I was trying to make them look better, but people left comments saying, I don't like the way you did the eyes. And I was like, well, I don't like the way that the characters usually have their eyes. So yeah, it was How from How's Moon Castle. That was a really, really recent video on my channel. This one I really like, from Hihi's Delivery Service. I love the way this picture turned out with just the stars and everything. I don't know if it shows up that well, but I actually really like that picture. That was a trade I did with Hyperstar on YouTube. I quite like the way this picture turned out too. I like the way they kind of leave things in the background, and I don't know. This took so long to colour, it was ridiculous. So yeah, then I did all the Madoka Magica characters earlier in the year. That was quite fun. Sayaka, Hitomi, Mami, Kyusuke, Kyoko, and Humura, and Kyubei. But yeah, it was actually really fun doing those because I hadn't done anything that, I'd done so many trades and stuff that it was really nice to do something. It's like something stuck on my folder. Sorry. So yeah, this was... Why am I forgetting names? Sakura and Sauron from Tsubasa, and I was really happy with the way this turned out. This took 8 hours or something to do, and it kind of killed my hand doing this. But yeah, that was a test one that I did, and that's the original sketch and line that I then line arted. But the pen I was using was really, really runny, so that's why I then photocopied it and coloured the photocopy. But I really enjoyed that picture. It's one of my favourites. This was a contest entry from last year, and I was kind of really happy the way this one turned out because I'd not seen any of these characters. The contest was to take characters from 3 different animes, Fairy Tail, Naruto, and One Piece, and shove them all in a picture together. And I really liked this picture, and I came 5th, which was really cool because so many people entered this contest. So that's Lucy from Fairy Tail. I didn't like the way the face turned out. I thought it looked there's something wrong with the proportions of it, I think. It's just irritating. That is the Lady Amalthea from The Last Unicorn. I kind of like the background. It doesn't really show up very well on the camera, but it's kind of purpley. And it's got glitter on it, which also isn't showing up, but I really like that cartoon. It was a great cartoon. This one was quite recent. This was my Fruits Basket picture that I did for Fruits Basket Crazy on YouTube. That was Emily from Avalon? Something? Web of Magic. Avalon Web of Magic. See, I remember things sometimes. And there was one on the back as well. And Saki from Eden of the East. That was a really great series. I love that series so much. I bought the DVD box set. And it was Takizawa. He was a cool character, but I didn't like the way this picture turned out very well. And I hate the background. It was like, what was I thinking? And that's a chibi aerial that I did. And this envelope's like full of like rubbishy chibi things. So anyway, that's the main request folder. And I have 2 other folders to show you. Next is the Pokemon folder. So this was a contest entry I did for Karen, art by Karen E. Haley on YouTube. There was like so much going on in the picture, and the grass really spoils it because I cannot do grass to save my life. But I kind of like the cuteness. There's cuteness. And this was a request from, I always pronounce her name wrong, but she's a good friend of mine, Kagos, I cannot pronounce her name, but this was like her Maple Story character, and I shoved some Pokemon in it, because, I don't know, I just did. It was kind of cute, so it goes in the Pokemon folder. This was a picture I kind of like the concept of Disney characters having Pokemon, like what their Pokemon team would be. So that was, part of this is watercolour as well, because just to do the background, because that would have killed my markers. I kind of think it's cute. A lot of people complained saying, you did her too skinny. I was like, well, Ariel is really skinny. That was a contest entry for the Captain's Contest, the Nintendo contest. That was a picture I did of Ash and Pikachu, and it looks kind of rubbish. That was another contest entry that I did. I felt really like I wanted to do a picture of all these characters after I did my Pokemon contest earlier in the year, because it was a Christmas Pokemon contest, and I was like, I want to do a picture too. So I did like my 3 favourite Pokemon, making a little snow Rattata. I thought it was cute. This was like a gift that I did to the captain because he watched a ridiculously long video that I put on YouTube, which isn't even there anymore. I deleted the video because it was getting disliked, but it was like an hour long and the captain watched the whole thing, so I was like, I'll do you a picture. I kind of like the fact that it's kind of round. This was also a contest entry for the captain as well. I kind of like it, the battle scene going on. I hadn't done anything like that before, so I kind of like this picture. And my little Rattata is like the little referee with a whistle. And this was a birthday present for my friend Super Drawing Tutorial on YouTube, so you should go check her out as well. So yeah, she said, can you do me a picture of Luffy from One Piece and with a Pikachu on his shoulder? Because before YouTube went and changed the backgrounds, she did me this really epic background that I had on YouTube for ages. And then YouTube went and changed the stupid background layout, so I lost my picture. This was a trade that I did with Greystream AMV, and she asked for her 2 favourite Pokemon to be drawn with one of mine, and I kind of did the scene of them playing a practical joke on the little Rattata and melting his little ice cream, and then he'd be all sad, so that was him being all sad. Sorry, the picture's upside down. That was Misty from Pokemon, that was part of a trade with James Kane on YouTube that I did quite recently on my channel. This one isn't on my channel, but this was Princess Misty. After Bailey Creations did her version of Princess Misty, I felt like I wanted to have a go and design a princess outfit for her. So as I'd just done that other one for James Kane, I thought, well, I'll do this one. And I kind of like it, it's really cute. I did it on a live stream. It was N from Pokemon. I thought the pose was pretty cool. It's off one of the Pokemon cards and I wanted to draw it. Sorry, my voice is dying. Anyway, this is when I sort of wanted to do like a Pokemon Pokedex thing. I thought that would be like really cute and cool to do like these little Pokedex, so that they look like little models on a little plinth, and I like the idea. So eventually I'll go back to finishing these and get myself an entire Pokedex going. And my little Eevee. I started also doing these as prizes for people who won my contest back in, I don't know, just for anyone who entered my contest, they were going to get these little Pokemon pictures, but then I had way too many people that entered, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to get these done, so I gave up. So yeah, it's interesting how like some of the characters got really small after because this is like a really old one, and this was like a newer picture I did, and like the characters, that was a newer one, and the characters like shrunk in size. It's kind of like, why did I do that? I don't know. And then the last one, Latios. Oh no, Chimchar's the last one. And then I've also got a picture of, there's Growlithe. I was going to do Arcanine next to him, and so far I haven't got around to that. So anyway, that's my Pokemon folder out the way. So this is my A3 folder. I can't really fit it all in the frame, so never mind. So yeah, this was like a suggestion video I made because people were asking me, what colours do you use for blonde hair? And I did this video, and it was the first video I actually ever spoke in, and I sounded just ridiculous. So yeah, and then I've got this picture of Miku and Black Rock Shooter, and I don't know why on earth I did pictures so big back then, because like A3 pictures were just like, oh, they ate so much ink. So yeah, I kind of like the way Miku turned out. If I could just crop like Black Rock Shooter out of the picture, it would look better. I really like the way this one turned out. I love the way the ice cream looks on it. It doesn't really come up. I'm not sure it really gets picked up very well, but I actually really love the way this picture came out. For some reason, I think I found skin a lot easier to colour back when I was doing these. I think I didn't spend so much time worrying about it, and I just like did it. This was set of Kyber, and it kind of went wrong, and the face is weird, but it was a really old picture anyway. This one I actually really like. I can't remember the name of this character, but I thought she was quite cool and cute. This was, whoops, I can't remember the guy, Rock something from Kingdom Hearts. This one took ages. It took like 3 hours just to do like the line art on this, because it's just so tiny and fiddly, and even then it like barely fits on like an A3 piece of paper. And I smudged so much ink everywhere because I was doing this in the middle of summer, and literally my pens were melting all over it. So yeah, I moved that. Okay. Tried to move my camera a bit closer, but I'm not sure if it worked. This one's actually one of my most viewed speed paint videos, and yet I hate it. I think it just, the proportions look wrong. Like her head is bigger than her head, and it's just like, this is why I don't like doing like multiple characters on the same piece of paper, because I'm like, I can never get the proportions right. This one I really liked. I can't remember the name. I think her name was Rin or something, but I really like the way this turned out. I kind of just thought she looked kind of cute in it. And this was like the first ever A3 picture I did of Black Rock Shooter. It's a very weird anime that. I think I only watched the first 3 episodes of it, but this was like the very first A3 picture I did. I think it came out quite well. It's also the first video on my channel where I actually started taking photographs of like the finished picture. Before that I used to just hold the camera above it like some complete noob. But yeah, I kind of like this one. But yeah, I haven't looked at this A3 folder for ages. But yeah, anyway, that's this folder out of the way. So this is the last folder. Most of this is like OCs and stuff, so I'm going to skip most of it because I'm ridiculously protective of my OCs. But this was a contest entry, Christmas contest entry. These are on my channel anyway, but these were like Halloween contest entries. So I quite like this one of the girl sitting on, and the pumpkin, cat sitting on the pumpkin. I think that won a prize. That one didn't. And neither did that one, but I kind of like that one. But it looked better in black and white before I actually coloured it. And there was just some random other stuff. Oh, and this was a contest entry too. This is my OC Sarah. It was kind of crying. I think I got a place for that one as well. But anyway, I've got other stuff in here. Skip to the back. Most of these, this was like doodles that I did because I thought, I don't know, I felt like it. Back when I was swamped with requests and I thought, I want a break, I'm going to do some little doodles. This was the very first contest entry I ever did. I actually won first place with this, ironically, because I hated this picture. I entered 3 times and this was the worst picture, and yet this was the one that won. And I was like, why? This picture's terrible. But yeah, I never got my prize from that contest, so I was like, well, that's just kind of rubbish. But yeah, I ended up calling her Belinda the Magical Bubble Girl, and I was like, her face is really weird on that. But I kind of would like experimenting with the bubbles, even though they're not showing up very well. And then my hamster died, so I turned this Belinda the Magical Bubble Girl into like a woman who ushered the spirits of dead animals onto the afterlife. And there's my little hamster in a little bubble, and a cat. And the rose is symbolic because I buried my little hamster with a rose. But anyway, I really like this picture, and I was kind of disappointed that this one didn't win, because this was my favourite out of the 3 that I entered. So I was like, well, bleh. The one I hated the most won. So yeah, this was a contest entry for Yearnable for her like superpower contest. This was a contest entry for my friend Kagi Ghost again, and it was like a not Halloween? What am I talking about? It was a Valentine's Day picture, and I kind of did well. My Valentine days are usually spent on my own with ice cream, so I kind of put that into the picture. I kind of won for that. This was another contest entry that was soulless, where the character kind of lost all her emotions, because without a soul you've got no emotions, so that's supposed to be all of her emotions seeping away into the ground. That was a contest entry that I missed the deadline for, but I kind of like the way the wings turned out on this fairy. This has got one of the most dislikes out of the majority of my videos. It's had like quite a few dislikes on it for some reason, but I kind of like the wings. This was my first ever picture that I did with Copic markers after I got my 25th anniversary set. And I kind of like it. It's called Winter Falls, and I don't know, I like the little fox. This was a picture of Rapunzel that I did. It was going to be for a contest entry, but I missed the deadline because I was just so swamped with stuff at the time. And this was when people were, like, so many people were asking me to enter their contest as well, so I was like, I'll try, but I just ended up missing all the deadlines. This was like Seto Kaiba and his dragons. It's kind of done in watercolours, but it's a bit, I don't know, a bit pants. That was Kisara from Yu-Gi-Oh! I kind of like that picture, but my blue ran out when I was doing it, which was annoying. This was Mihu, is that right? I don't know, from Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. That was another request that I got. I can't remember who it was from. These are like pictures of me. I put that on my 100th video. I can't even remember what my 100th video was, but it was honoured. And that's the end of that folder. Okay, I've also got stuff in this little envelope, because I've just recently, this is like all my A5 stuff. I recently ordered a new folder to put this stuff in, but it hasn't turned up yet. I can't remember what the name of this character was, but she was part of a trade with Paper Heart Charms on YouTube, and yeah, I don't know if I like that or not. This was actually really recently. I just finished this the other day. This is Mwahahaha from Pre-Tier. This was Asuka Langley Soyu from Evangelion. Nymph from Heaven's Lost Property. I think that was kind of cute, this one. I'm still trying to watch that anime and I'm struggling with it. It's just, I can't get into it at all. A Luca and another Luca. And this was part of a trade with SMC Dude. And I can't remember the name of the character. This was a portrait thing of Ariel the Little Mermaid. And this was a Prismacolor Ariel Little Mermaid, but the face kind of looks weird on it. And that's pretty much all my art that I have done for the last 18 months since I've been on YouTube. And like I said, pretty much every single video, well, every single picture here has a video. Oh yeah, there's a couple of pictures on my wall, which were also requests and stuff. I might shove a picture in at the end of the video so you can see them if you care. So anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry the video is ridiculously long. I hope you kind of enjoyed my little art update thing. Little is kind of the wrong term to use for this video, but never mind. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!